So friends, today I am going to tell about the paracoccidioidomycosis. First of all, I would like to say if you not subscribe my channel, so please subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss any update. So guys, let's start the topic. This paracoccidioidomycosis is a primary systemic fungal infections. These systemic fungal infections mostly occurs in the internal organ of the body like lungs, liver, spleen, kidney, etc. So guys, this paracoccidioidomycosis is caused by the fungus known as Paracoccidioides brasiliensis. This Paracoccidioides brasiliensis causes paracoccidioidomycosis, and this is the dimorphic fungus. This Paracoccidioides brasiliensis is a dimorphic fungus. Dimorphic, di means two, morphic means morphological structure or morphological form. So this fungus present in two forms. And this Paracoccidioides brasiliensis or fungus causes the paracoccidioidomycosis, and this paracoccidioidomycosis usually occurs in lungs and spread to the skin, mucous membrane, and so many other parts of the body. So guys, this paracoccidioidomycosis is a reticuloendothelial system. In paracoccidioidomycosis, the reticuloendothelial system may be also affected. So guys, now I am going to tell about the epidemiology of the paracoccidioidomycosis. So this paracoccidioidomycosis mainly occurs in South and Central America, and this is a high prevalence in Brazil, and this also observed in Colombia, Venezuela, and Argentina. So this is the epidemiology of the paracoccidioidomycosis. Now I am going to tell about the sign and symptoms of the paracoccidioidomycosis. So this paracoccidioidomycosis symptoms vary. It's depend upon the site where the infections occur. So if the paracoccidioidomycosis occurs in pulmonary system, so in pulmonary paracoccidioidomycosis, the lungs will be affected. So the lungs will be affected, and the common symptoms will be the cough, difficulty in breathing, or dyspnea, and the patient may also have fatigue and chest pain. So in pulmonary paracoccidioidomycosis, lungs will be affected, and these are the symptoms occurs in pulmonary paracoccidioidomycosis. So guys, if the infections occur in mucocutaneous membrane, so in mucocutaneous the paracoccidioidomycosis, that granulomatous lesions occur. So what the ulcers or granulomatous lesions occur in mucocutaneous paracoccidioidomycosis, and these lesions mainly occurs in mouth and nose. So guys, this is the mucocutaneous paracoccidioidomycosis. Now the infection occurs in the visceral organ. So in visceral paracoccidioidomycosis, the liver, spleen, intestines, and the adrenal glands may also affected. So the visceral organ like spleen, liver, intestine, this is the most common site where the infections occur. So guys, now this is the sign and symptoms of paracoccidioidomycosis. Now I am going to tell about the pathogenesis of the paracoccidioidomycosis. So Paracoccidioids brasiliensis, this is fungus. This Paracoccidioids brasiliensis conidia that enter into the lungs by inhalation, and inside the lung the alveolar macrophages, and inside the alveolar macrophages the conidia turn into yeast form. So I already discussed in previous lesson, previous chapter, this fungus present in two forms. One is the filamentous form or mold form, other one is the yeast form. So the filamentous or mold forms present in environment, and the yeast form present inside the organ of the body. So here this conidia, after the entry into the lungs by inhalation, this turn into the yeast form and spread through the body, through all body by hematogenous. So through blood stream it spread throughout the body. So guys, approx 2 weeks after inhalation of the conidia, the granulomas are formed. So after maybe approx 2 weeks of inhalation of conidia or inhalation of fungus, the granulomas are formed. So guys, this is the pathogenesis of the paracoccidioidomycosis. Now I am going to discuss about the diagnosis of the paracoccidioidomycosis. So we can diagnose paracoccidioidomycosis by a microscopic examination, and in microscopic examination we will see the sputum and pus, and we can also do the examination of tissue samples, or this is simply called biopsy specimens. And we will also do blood test, skin test, and chest x-ray. So these are the common diagnostic procedure of the paracoccidioidomycosis. So guys, what is the treatment of the paracoccidioidomycosis? So we can treat paracoccidioidomycosis by antifungal drugs like itraconazole, ketoconazole, and fluconazole. This is the antifungal drugs which are given to the patient of paracoccidioidomycosis. And we will also give the amphotericin B, but in severe cases, and sulfonamides. So these are the treatment of the paracoccidioidomycosis. So guys, I hope you like my video. Thank you for listening.